This is 94 Summer Street, and today's date is January 25th or something. But anyway, I wanted to show this water problem that we have, and this is because the town won't fix an easement or a pond that is running across our backyard underneath the ground and has been there for years. You'll notice that I just showed you the outflow of two pumps that have a capacity of 500 gallons per hour each. And this pump here is one that the fire department has loaned us, and it produces a flow of about 1,500 gallons per hour or so. You'll notice the result is we have a river running out to the street. The river that runs out to the street cascades out into the street, missing the storm drain. We're lucky that Joey Holloway had the sump pump available, because as you'll see, water running down from the hill runs underground into holes that are found and into a culvert that is buried beneath the ground. You can see on the side of the garage, water coming down from the hill forms a pool and actually goes down into a hole in the side yard as well. When the water is flowing quickly, you'll see that I've had to make dams and diversions that stop water from going down into holes in the ground that actually go into that culvert that's buried. This is what you can expect if you live in the town of North Brookfield. And after you've lived there 34 years and have had problems with water ever since you've lived here, the standard answer from the town is, we can't do anything about it. We don't have the money. The last time this happened, neighbors complained because water was going out into the road. So the highway department nicely provided pipes that take the water from our basement over there and bring it to the catch basin over there. It is kind of scenic, almost a natural wonder. Imagine all this water coming out of your basement and this stream flowing for over 3 hours with this kind of flow. Certainly not adding a lot of value to our beautiful home here in North Brookfield. In the basement, you'll see we have a severe water problem where water comes in and floods high enough to put out our hot water heater We have two existing sump pumps in the cellar, one of which is sitting in the northwest corner of the house. And you can see the damage that this is causing. Fortunately, our furnace is up high. This is the sump pump that the fire department has loaned us for this flood, today's date. You'll see that the furnace itself is set up on an 8-inch pad and two sets of cinder blocks, because we've lost the furnace here because of these flooding episodes. Our second water pump is underneath the water here. You can see near the drain for the house and the storage, the water comes up and it goes out. This pipe joining up above to that white pipe that goes out of the house, and that white pipe also carries water from the sump pump that's on the west side of our building. This water situation makes it so that the cellar is pretty much unusable, because water flowing in covers the floor, and sometimes the depth is pretty extreme. In this case, you can see water flowing in from other pipes that are buried under the ground, flowing and squirting out of the walls. You'll notice in some cases this flow is quite extreme. I believe this water comes in from sewerage lines or water lines that the city has control over. There's no way for me to estimate how much water's coming in per minute here. But every time we have an inch of rain, this is about what happens. You'll notice I've put sticks in the holes where water comes out so that maybe later on I can get in and put hydraulic cement in there. But even putting hydraulic cement in is to little avail. It's key to understand that this situation with the water is a problem that we've been dealing with almost all since we've lived in the town of North Brookfield. And again, this is the large capacity sump pump that the fire department has loaned us for this episode.
During a recent rain, we had the opportunity to take a look at the water that comes down into our side yard. Notice the puddle forms in the Ottman's property, but this water comes down following a wall from up on Maple Street down between the buildings. The course of the water finds its way behind Beth Blaze's house and forms a small canyon that the water follows along, and it goes in back of Ottman's property, down past the shed on Ottman's property, and into the side yard, running by the fireplace on the Ottman's property, and into this large puddle. The puddle in turn has a sump hole or a sinkhole that drains into the underground culvert that goes underneath our barn and into the ground in the culvert. In October 2019, we had an excavator come out to see where the water was blocked and dug across the back of our property approximately 20 to 30 feet. At about 6 foot down, a flagstone culvert was revealed that was plugged up, and this is why water comes back into our basement. The excavator took and freed up a little bit of space in the culvert, and water then was able to drain freely by that. However, this is the section that needs pipe replacement by the town. And you'll notice the taken down corner prospect in summer in order to make excavation easier once that project starts.